Hello and welcome back. This is another sixth grade math video where today we're going to be focusing on converting between decimals and mixed numbers. Okay, here is our first example. So what we're going to be doing is taking 7.5 and rewriting it as a mixed number and then simplifying it if we can. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite 7.5 over here so it's a little bit bigger. Okay, so as we know, a mixed number is a whole number and then a fraction right next to it, like 2 and 1/2. So to convert it from a decimal to a mixed number, first we need to look and see what is on the left side of the decimal. Because whatever is on the left side of the decimal is what is going to be your whole number for your mixed number. In this case, that would be 7. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 7 over here as the whole number from our mixed number. The next thing you need to do is look and see what place value the decimal portion goes out to. So since the decimal in this case goes out to the 10th place, that's going to be the denominator of our fraction. It's going to be over 10. So those denominators will always correspond to whatever place value your decimal ends up in. So now I just need to take the 5 that's in the 10th place and put it on top of the fraction to create the numerator. So 7.5 written as a mixed number is 7 and 5/10. But we know that we can simplify that because we know that both 5 and 10 can be divided by 5. So I'm going to keep the 7 where it is, but I'm going to go ahead and divide the top by 5 and the bottom by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 10 divided by 5 is 2. So the simplified mixed number for 7.5 is 7 and 1/2. Now, when you rewrite these as mixed numbers, not always will the fractions be able to be simplified, but if they can, we should. Okay, here is our next example. We're going to take the decimal 2.75 and rewrite it as a simplified mixed number. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the 2.75 here. And as we talked about in the last example, anything to the left of the decimal is considered to be the whole number of the mixed number. So I'm going to go ahead and make 2 the whole number for the mixed number. Now I need to look and see what decimal place value the decimal goes out to. So since the 5 is the farthest one out and it goes to the hundredths place, I know the denominator of my fraction is going to be 100. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. Now I can just take the 75 that's written in the decimals and put that on top of the fraction as the numerator. So 2.75 written as a mixed number is 2 and 75 over 100. But I can simplify that 75 over 100. And I can do that if I divide both the top and the bottom by the same number, which in this case, you could either do it by 5 first and get a little further down, or you can go all the way to their greatest common factor, which is 25, and divide by that. So I'm going to go ahead and divide the top by 25 and the bottom by 25, keeping the 2 where it is the whole number. 75 divided by 25 is 3, and 100 divided by 25 is 4. So the simplified mixed number for 2.75 is 2 and 3/4. Okay, here's our next example. We're going to write 2.7 as a simplified mixed number. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and write 2.7 here. And as we've talked about in the previous examples, everything to the left of the decimal is the whole number. So I'm going to go ahead and make 2 my whole number here. Now I need to look and see what place value the decimal goes out to. So since the last number that's a decimal is 7, and that's in the 10th place, I know that the denominator of the fraction is going to be 10. Then I can go ahead and just transfer the 7 over here to be the numerator, and I have 2 and 7/10. So 7 over 10 cannot be simplified because the only thing I can divide 7 by is 7, and I can't divide 10 by 7. So this is the simplified mixed number, 2 and 7 over 10. Okay, here's our next one. We're going to write 6.5 as a simplified mixed number. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite 6.5 here. Okay, and as we've talked about in previous examples, everything to the left of the decimal is the whole number. So I'm going to make the whole number for our mixed number 6. The 5, which is a decimal, goes out to the tens place. So that means 10 is going to be the denominator for my fraction. And then I'm just going to simply move the 5 onto the top here. So 6 and 5 over 10 is how you would write 6.5 as a mixed number. Now I'm going to look and see if I can simplify 5 over 10. And I can if I divide both the top and the bottom by 5. So that would give me the 6 in the same place. That doesn't move. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 10 divided by 5 is 2. So the simplified mixed number here would be 6 and 1/2. Okay, here is our last one for today, our last example for this video, where we're going to actually take the mixed number and rewrite it as a decimal this time. So the mixed number they give us is 6 and 3,113 over 10,000. That's quite a big fraction. Okay, but at least it's over a multiple of 10, right? If it was over 4 or 6 or something like that, that'd be a little bit more work. But in this case, it's already over a multiple of 10, which will make it easier to write the decimal portion. So as we've talked about in this video, the whole number represents the numbers to the left of the decimal. So I'm going to go ahead and start by putting a decimal here. And this whole number 6 is going to go right in front of the decimal. So now we need to figure out how many place values this decimal will have. And that depends on the denominator. The denominator is 10,000. So that means our decimal will go out to the 10,000th place. So I'm going to put little lines so I can count as I go and know when I get to the 10,000th place. So this is the tenths, hundredths, thousands, and 10,000ths. That means my decimal number has to come out to this place value. So now that I've figured that out, I can take this number on top, which is the numerator, and just transfer it over here. So 3,113. And the reason I started going from right to left is I wanted to make sure that it went out to the 10,000th place. Sometimes if you get a smaller numerator up there, you want to make sure it's all the way over to the last place value. So the decimal for this mixed number would be 6.3113. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.